I think I want to go to the best new resort condo in Miami. What do we have here? This is Shell Bay. Now, I'm going to be completely transparent. I'm going to give you all the information I have. For more details, pick up the phone, give me a call. I'm going to try to cover this extensively, and there is a lot to cover. Why? Because this isn't just a condo. This is a complete resort package. And every day someone will call me and saying, I'm looking for a property that gives me access to a golf course, to tennis, somewhere I can put my boat, great restaurants. Where can I find that? And I can usually give you a few on the list. It's very hard to give you all of them on the list. Well, I may just be able to accomplish that today, so stay tuned. This is the project. This is Shell Bay. This project is around 170 acres, spread across, and you can see maybe the images behind me as we flash this up, spread around a golf course, encapsulated with a valance of beautiful trees and shrubs, creating this very secluded oasis, extremely private. And as we entered into this project, we came through the gates, and it felt like there was ethereal music playing as I enter into what is just a level of opulence which is really hard to describe. The family behind this project is a very well-established family, the same people who have done the Shore Club. Very, very high-level project. What they've accomplished here is quite extraordinary. So let's start with surroundings, then we'll get into the project. You have an 18-hole golf course. You have what I count to be somewhere around, I don't know, looks like 7 to 9 tennis courts. There's a lot of tennis courts here. There's pickleball. There's a high-level gym with professional trainers. There is recovery areas. My personal love, cold plunge, saunas, infrared saunas, high-level training facilities, PGA coaches. There is a total of 108 units in this project, spread between 1 and 3 bedrooms. And I'm going to get into that in a second. But to kind of wrap this up, you've got the Michelin-starred restaurants, multiple restaurants, tennis, golf, pickleball, gym, recovery, spa, a marina, a helicopter for the residents, 3 boats that can take you down to the Bahamas, multiple town cars for the residents, and maybe somebody that throws flowers at you while you walk around afterwards. It's so crazy. Without further ado, get into the project, and then for more information, give me a call. Okay, so let's get into this. 1 to 3 bedrooms. The units are really ranging between 1,300 square feet for a 1-bedroom up to a 3-bedroom, which is around 2,600 square feet. A 2-bedroom sticks straight in the middle, around 1,900 square feet. What are you going to pay for this? So a 1-bedroom is going to be around 1,300 square feet, which will cost you somewhere around $1,900 a square foot, which is around 2.2, 2.3. A 2-bedroom, which is 1,900 square feet, is going to cost you somewhere between $3.1 and $4 million, and a 3-bedroom unit at 2,600 square feet is going to cost you somewhere between $4.5 and $7 million. Outside of the 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, if you want to combine units, you actually can. A lot of buildings it's very hard to because there's main concrete walls running through, or there's structures, or there's multiple elevators around where it just kind of just ruins the floor plan. What you can do here though is you could take, for example, 2 corners and combine together and make one big unit. So let's say you want over 5,000 square feet. Well, it is possible. Combine it together, now you've got your floating house in the sky. This is just one of the unique things about this project. And again, the way it's put together, very special. I will say this, if you are a real legitimate tennis player, you're a real legitimate golfer, and it's a big passion of yours, it's something that you spend a lot of time in your life doing, surely you should be doing it in the best place possible. So if you're watching this, and let's say you or your children are semi-pro tennis players or semi-pro golfers, this should be your #1 choice for new construction in Miami. So what do you get in this new resort with a golf course that is the first golf course in Miami-Dade in 25 years? Well, one of the elements that we discuss is the cost of all of this. One of the most important and one of the biggest changing aspects, and this is getting into the new side of the business, one of the big changing aspects of South Florida real estate is the rising cost of HOA fees and obviously insurance and other variables like this. Now this isn't directly on the sand, so there's maybe some saving grace here. But one of the elements that's really important when you have a full service resort project is having some way to absorb some of the costs that go with providing all these incredible amenities and services. Otherwise, your HOA fees go absolutely supersonic. So when you look at some of the places like Continuums, like Park Grove, maybe less Four Seasons, but those, certainly a few of them, one of the problems that they have is that the entire residents have to carry the cost of the HOA fee. When you have an element of, let's say, units that you can rent out to put in the hotel program, that money that comes in from the hotel revenue, that's taken by the hotel side and around you, does absorb some of these HOA fees. So it will allow you to actually enjoy all these amenities at $1.82. Now it may go up when the building opens, that's very normal. What we don't want to see happen is when it goes up and doubles, which can happen in badly handled projects. But here, because of that absorption coming from the hotel element and all these external amenities that exist outside of this block, because do not look at this project as this is the project and that's it. This is really 10% of it. The 90% of value is going to come from the surrounding golf course, the clubhouse, the tennis, the restaurants. As you stack this up, and again, the whole purpose of watching this video is, how good is this compared to everything else? So if I stack it up, and we can show you how it compares to all the other buildings, if you go onto the mainland, you're typically going to see numbers around and similar to this in areas like Brickell. Once you get to the beach, once you get to the main beach area, whether it's South Beach, South of 5th, Miami Beach, Bal Harbour, Surfside, yada, 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 the dollar per square foot goes up. It goes in excess of around $3,000 a square foot or more. This is coming more to the mainland numbers, but it's giving you very much that kind of resort beachy vibe experience. The big thing about this, and I've lived in Miami for nearly 20 years, and I've been across to Fisher Island, and I've seen Key Biscayne, and we've talked about this many, many times, resort living at scale. It's the go-to formula for success. If you look at the most successful buildings, they are all resort level buildings at scale, whether it's Continuum, whether it's Oceana, whether it's Park Grove, whether it's Four Seasons Surfside, large lots, big properties, lots of services, big brand, everything you want. And those are the buildings that have appreciated and done the best. And this, suffice it to say, has all of these things. So for a lot of people, this is going to be a second home, but you're also going to be conscious about your investment. So when you're not using it, you can rent it out. They have the auberge, it's a hotel program. You can put your unit into the program. You can rent it out for half of the year, whenever you want. And the rest of the time, you can come in and use it. And it will give you that ability to fly in, come in at 10 o'clock at night, go to bed, wake up in the morning, everything is laid out for you, you can get up for breakfast, everyone's gonna look after you as if you're staying in a 6-star resort with 6-star dining and 6-star services. This is really one of those projects where we don't have a country club environment in Miami. We haven't really had one. You'll get one on Fisher Island, but it's a contained island where you are contained, and if you want to leave, you have to take the ferry to go across. Key Biscayne is kind of a resort feeling. People drive around in golf carts, they have tennis, they have a marina, but it's not actually an actual resort environment. I have many clients from around the world, and whether you are someone that has enjoyed resorts in North America or you've enjoyed resorts in Europe, where you can just do anything you want whenever you want, and again, some of the best resorts I've been to, including also South America and Brazil, they are very hard to come by in Miami, particularly Miami. I wondered why, and now this has arrived, and I think this is actually going to fill that void really, really nicely. There's reciprocity with, if I said that right, with the Shore Club, which is obviously further down the beach, and I know there are some owners there who may come up and use this. There is going to be other elements to this that we can get into. If you want to pick up the phone and give me a call, I'm hearing noise about the Beach Club and other services that will add on to this as it grows. Delivery is going to be 2027, which is not too far out. For much of this and more, just pick up the phone, give me a call. I hope this has given you a quick review and an understanding of the project. Now, it wouldn't be a project if I didn't show you some of the finishes. So let me show you some of the finishes that you're going to see in this unit. So there's a lot of discussions that people have and they put across, and I see with the developers all the time. They talk about, we are selling luxury. Okay? okay? And I get into the units and I look around and I say, well, this isn't really luxurious. The building overall feel might be, but now I'm going to have to actually gut my unit and redo it because it's not going to give me that full top level product. What I like here in this is that, and again, I would invite anyone to give me a call. We'll bring you into the sales office and feel the environment. This is very academic. The only way to really sense anything is to actually come in and see it. So again, give me a call. I'll meet you here. I'll meet you at the sales office where we're shooting this video right now, and I'll take you through everything that you're seeing in front of you. But these are some of the materials that they've got. It's very organic. You know, there's wood here, there's brass, there's natural stones, there's marble, there's travertine. It feels like I've just been mining 8 quarries here for all this different material. And then behind us, obviously, we've got images of what you're going to get in the units. I really do see a good level of quality within this project. I've seen a lot of developers tell me that they're going to do luxury and they've delivered something very, very subpar. Given the fact that this is kind of the sister to what we're seeing with the Shore Club, which is extremely high level, I don't see compromises being made. I don't see a family here willing to make compromises. And I do not see the kind of members and the people who are around in this environment willing to live with compromise. So if you don't want to compromise, if you really want the best, and you want a full service resort in Miami, then this is probably the project for you. So pick up the phone, give me a call, see my information below. Hope you like the video, and stay tuned for another David Siddons Group video on new construction coming soon. Thank you.